The state's forensic anthropologist would like to unearth a mystery in King County.
There are 41 bodies that remain unidentified, and as KIRO 7's Dave Wagner discovered, there is a call for some bodies to be exhumed.
I'll soon be free, my body sleep in the churchyard.
It is a solemn service in Renton for the 302 King County residents who died from 2016 to 2018.
Jose Casco, Rudy Castillo, James Cates.
With either no family members coming forward or people unable to afford the cost of burial.
I consider them, human beings. They're on our team, and I want to take care of my teammates, basically. Don't know them personally.
The King County Medical Examiner's Office makes every effort to identify those who've died and find their family. But some cases are baffling.
But unfortunately, we don't really know everybody's story.
These are sketches of some of the people found dead in King County. Their identities remain a mystery, including a woman whose body was found crammed into a suitcase and dumped along the Green River in 2015.
The unidentified situation in this country is often referred to as our silent mass disaster, because we have so many unidentifieds. And at any given time, the number is usually quoted at around 40,000 in this country.
Some of the unidentified bodies are here at Mount Olivet Cemetery in Renton, buried before the advent of DNA testing.
We don't know what the next innovation is going to be.
Washington State forensic anthropologist Dr. Kathy Taylor wants to know who they are.
I would love at some point to get some of those individuals out of the ground, yes.
You'd have to exhume their bodies.
We'd have to exhume them, yeah.
Do you anticipate that's going to happen?
It's on my wish list, yeah.
Now, of course, when they start putting that dirt in that...
Medical examiners and police investigators in other states have already taken that step.
As soon as we know who she was, then we can figure out where she's from.
In Harlan County, Kentucky, the exhumation of an unidentified woman who was murdered was documented by the Center for Investigative Reporting in the program Reveal.
We got to look at this from the national level. This is all of our problem. It's not Harlan County's problem. This is all of our problem.
Exhume the bodies, why not?
Floyd Steiger runs the Washington Attorney General's Cold Case Unit and supports the idea of using DNA technology to identify bodies in King County, in part to help solve crimes.
You think this needs to be a priority in the county?
Absolutely, it's a priority because there's no reason not to. You could never have done any of this just a few years ago, and they have this backlog of unidentified remains. Let's start getting to work and do it. Again, it's not that much money per person.
Steiger says a basic DNA profile is about $1,500. It can be sent to the FBI's DNA database, then added to an online repository called NamUs, the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System. It's a way for the general public to match cases of missing family members with records from medical examiners' offices.
And I am here on behalf of my daughter Jacqueline Salyers and her children and all of the missing Indigenous women.
Washington ranks 4th in the number of open missing persons cases. Families wonder whether some of their bodies have already been found but remain unidentified.
Do you believe the county has an obligation to figure out who these people are?
I do. I think that it's just good humanity to make sure that we take care of people who are dead.
In a county with so many needs, King County Council member Kathy Lambert told me identifying remains isn't a budget priority for everyone.
This may be viewed as, hey, these people are dead. Why should we make this a priority?
That is exactly true. Yeah, that is some of the comments have been made in the past.
Bruce Adenso.
As the number of Jane and John Does grows,
Nora Farrell.
Families in Washington and across the country wait and worry.
The worst part about having a missing family member is not knowing what happened. Everybody deserves to be identified when your body's found.
King County recommends if you have a relative who is missing, report it to law enforcement promptly and provide a cheek swab for DNA comparison. Now, if you reported a case in the 1980s or maybe earlier, they recommend you report the missing person again. Systems have been updated and some reports may have been lost.
What's your sense here, Dave? Are they going to find the money to be able to do this?
You hope so. There's a lot of demands in the budget in this county and really for counties all over the state, but you hope for these families who are wondering what happened to these people. And you also wonder from a law enforcement standpoint, some of these cases that they identify a body in, they may relate to another case. They may solve another crime.
Absolutely, absolutely, and bring some peace to some families out
No
there.
question about it.
All right, thanks so much, Dave.